r/Ask Me Anything by Redmond Etes. I used to weigh 735 pounds. Ask me anything. Since 1999, when I was at my heaviest, I've roller coasted up and down the scale. Currently, I'm at the lowest weight I've ever been as adult. 300 pounds. I've been through it. Ask away. If you'd like. How did you lose all that weight? You've done some great work on losing all those pounds. I had gastric bypass in 1999. Lost a lot. Moved from home and started partying. I swapped a food addiction for booze and gained much of the weight back. I had a revision to the bypass in 2015, but it didn't make much difference. In 2020, I got sick with COVID and had a pretty bad infection because my immunity was so low. I was in the hospital for a few days and learned that I had some health issues that, while not directly caused by obesity, were complicated by it. A fib. A kidney that's twisted on itself. Chronic venous insufficiency. I got my stuff together, started eating much smarter and lost to the point I am now. What caused the twisted kidney? My doctors think it's just something I was born with. But it was never caught until recently through some other testing. That's crazy. How did you get that big in the first place? Congratulations on your weight loss though, that is very inspiring. I certainly didn't choose to be that big. I pray every day that I never end up back there. My dad was a mean asshole. Prone to rage. Never physically abusive, but a master of putting people down. My mom is the opposite. Loving. A living saint. She soothed and coped with food. She also gave us what we wanted to help us cope with my dad. And that was food. He worked shifts, so there were weeks where he wouldn't be home for dinner. We always ate like shit those weeks. And loved it. So, I was hooked on food as a coping mechanism from an early age. It was how I dealt with everything. From that early age through now even. It really happens day by day. You don't notice the change or gain until the chair under you collapses. Are your knees okay? Are you able to work an 8-hour shift? What kind of exercises have your doctors told you is safe and appropriate? My knees are bad. One particularly. I've never not worked. I understand why most people with such morbid obesity don't or can't. I've been blessed, I guess, to work with my brain more than my body. My doctors push weight training a lot. And walking. A lot of walking. Since I've lost so much so far, I have a lot of hanging skin. I'm working to tighten it. I've also lost muscle in the cycle of losing gaining losing. Were you bedridden? No. I finished college and started working at near that weight. Toward the height of my weight, I had to use oxygen. But I was never bedridden. Probably would have given up if I had been. What type of work did you do at the height of it all? Congratulations for the weight loss by the way. That's incredible and I wish you all the best on your health journey. At my worst, I was working as a reporter editor at a small newspaper. What are some misconceptions, if any, about being at that weight? That it's easy to just stop eating. Crack isn't advertised on billboards every mile and a half along the thruway. Cheeseburgers are. Imagine being addicted to cheeseburgers the same way someone is addicted to crack. And just stop eating? Dude, you can't look anywhere without having some kind of food marketed to you. You mentioned in another post about childhood trauma. That sounds really rough and it makes sense why it led to such weight gain. It's incredible how much negative childhood experiences can impact your life. Have you been to therapy and has it benefited you? I started therapy about the time that the pandemic started. I wanted to work through some anxiety I was feeling, but quickly learned how connected everything is. Therapy has helped me immensely. So you left the hospital and that's it? Like, what happened? Did you lose weight while in the hospital or after? How long did it take? What would you recommend as ways to lose weight from that size? Best recommendation: see a doctor. Start getting help with it. Find a doctor who isn't going to judge, which is tougher to do than most people realize. I see a bariatric doctor and likely will for the rest of my life. Secondly, the surgeries change your life. For good and for bad. It's a very difficult decision for most people. It was easy for me. It saved my life. How do you deal with the excess skin? Or do you have that issue? Any advice that has been given to you about it going forward? I do have that issue. I had draping belly skin removed over the winter. And I still have a lot of excess skin on my arms and legs. It sucks. Honestly, it's as uncomfortable at times to have the loose skin as it was to be super obese. I'm still working to lose more, but it has slowed down. And that's okay. Once I'm where doctors would like me to be, I hope we'll revisit more skin removal. I went from 260 to 330 over the last decade, and all my joints hurt a lot. How did your skeleton deal with 700 plus? Do you feel better now, or do a bunch of joints still ache? I feel like I'm in constant pain, honestly. I definitely feel better. There's definitely a load lifted, so to speak. But I have all kinds of issues with my knees. I get bad sciatica at times. But I'll take the pain. It's nothing. What did you typically eat in a day? How much did you spend on food? I don't recall specifically. But I ate a lot of fast food, pizza, subs, takeout, that kind of stuff. I spent a lot on it. And double spend, buy groceries for the week, plus get takeout. That kind of thing. I drank a lot of soda. That was a big problem. That's all folks. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this one, why not like and subscribe for more? Have a nice evening.